Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25 says, love your wife the way Christ loved the church. Ephesians 5:28 says, love your wife the way you love your own body. It doesn't get more intimate than that. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Keeping It Real with Blena. Today, I want to talk about a very beautiful topic, which says, treat your wife like a queen. Treat your wife like a queen. According to the opening scriptures that says, love your wife the way Christ loved the church. See, that is the ultimate. That is the greatest. The way Christ loved the church. As in, loving a wife was compared to the way Christ loved the church. It shows how important it is that you always love your wife. It is important. So please stay with me to the end as we dive into today's topic, analyze it, teach, and above all, learn, relearn, and unlearn. How do you treat a wife like a queen? Number one, pray for her. I always put prayer first because the right thing to do is put God first in all that we do. If you want to prosper, putting God first in all that you do is the number one and greatest way of prospering. Whether it's in marriage, anywhere at all. You pray for your wife. This is the support system that God has given you. The helpmate that God has given you. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. He didn't just stop there, and he obtains favor. So I want you to understand that if you have the mindset that because you married your wife, you have done all the favor in your life, no, you have to rethink again. Because from that moment you married her, you start obtaining blessings from God. You start obtaining favor from God. Pray for your wife. Pray for your wife. In your heart, you pray for her. And when she's sleeping, if you can, lay hands and pray for her. When you're at work, if your heart goes to her, when you remember, pray for her. Whether she has had children or she has not yet had kids, pray for her because the goal is to become a mother soon or one day. Pray for God to help her to be the best mother that she can be. You pray for God to help her be a great wife. You pray for God to help her be a blessing unto you. You pray for God to help her continue to live well in a way that you keep obtaining the favor that God has promised in His word. You pray for her to be a good helpmate. You pray for her to be a virtuous woman. You pray, you don't stop praying. Because when your wife is fit and fine, then you have a very enjoyable marriage. Number two, honor your wife. Honor your wife. How do you honor your wife? Don't put her down. Private or in public, do not put your wife down. That's another major way to treat your wife as a queen that she is to you. There are a lot of men that, in front of their children, they call their wife someone of names. Useless woman. Good for nothing. Fat, ugly, dirty woman. Just imagine what you're calling your wife. A lady that God has asked you to love the way Christ loved the church. No wonder some of the kids, before you know, they start insulting their mothers. In the presence of your brothers and sisters, you abuse your wife. She doesn't hold any value in the face of the family. She can't even talk. When she talks, insults left, right, center. What do you think you obtain in that kind of situation? What do you think you obtain? When you treat your wife like a servant, guess what? She treats you like a slave. But when you treat her as a queen, Oh God, from the end of her heart, she treats you like a king that you are. Never put your wife down, no matter what. When anybody is talking down on your wife, no matter who that person is, your dad, your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your colleagues, you help them to stop it right there. You stand up for your wife. She's your wife. She's you for better half. Someone that you love, that God has asked you, instructed for you to love her the way you love your own body. You stand up for her. Reach out to her. Ask her in situations where you need to ask her what happened. Let her explain herself to you. That is what a good husband does. That is what a king does. A king always stand up for his queen. Don't put your wife down. If when she has made mistake, call her. Talk to her about it. Where needed, advise her. Talk to her. Another way you can treat your wife as a queen is always put her needs before yours. If couples can remove selfishness aside, putting your wife's needs before you, putting your husband's needs before you, marriage will truly be great. More than great than what we're experiencing today. Put your wife's needs before you. If you have that consciousness that, this is what this woman wants. What do I do? How do I help her achieve it? How can I make her happy? Always prioritize your wife. If you do that, women are smart. She will always prioritize you. Funny enough, especially while some women have been treated, they prioritize their husbands. But it's fair when you do the same back to her. Put her needs before yours. That will actually change your marriage from the way it is right now to another level of happiness. Number 3 way you can treat your wife like a queen is show up unexpectedly. Show up unexpectedly, like surprise her. Study her love language and always show up for her as well using her love language. If her love language is attention, I know that it's not easy coming home early at times because of traffic, working late and all that. But be intentional that sometimes decide to close early, come back home early. She will not be expecting it. Imagine just showing up early, get her something. It will not be anything big. You might even just get something that you can snack on when you get home. You can get dinner. Say, honey, don't cook. I'm coming with dinner today. She'll be like, okay. Happy, relaxed, and expectant to see you. Show up for her unexpectedly. Times when she's exhausted, she's tired, but still she still has to pick the baby up, has to bathe the baby. You can tell her to relax. Take care of it. Take the baby in, bathe the baby, change the baby, do things around the house that you can do to help her. Unexpectedly, she'll be so happy. Where you can, share chores with her. The chores on her alone isn't a child's play. Where you can assist in the kitchen, in the house, show up and do that unexpectedly. It'll put a lot of smile in her face. And now we can treat your wife as the queen is. Listen to her. For some reason, God has given women, mothers, a very strong instinct. And when they tell you something, it's something that we can't really explain it. But most times, they turn out to be true. Like for instance, there's a friend that's always hanging around you and she's telling you that this friend, I don't have a good feeling about this person. It's not every time it's from you are jealous of my no, she's looking out for you. She tells you that this lady in your workplace, I don't like the way she come around or the way she texts you everything. Listen to her. You don't know what God is trying to tell you through her. She advises you that please stop drinking out, stop exposing your drink. Listen to her. God might be using her to save your life. Be open to your wife financially. Some men are so very, so secretive. Your wife does not know how much you earn. The wife does not know how much you have in your savings. The wife does not know money that's coming in or going out. I think it's a good thing. It is not a good thing. You don't know what tomorrow holds. What if something unexpectedly happens to you? Where does that leave your wife? Says privacy. I don't understand. What kind of privacy is that? This is a woman that both of you have seen yourselves. In some cases, you have even seen the inside of her body. Talking about mothers that gave birth via CS. If you're in the room, you have even seen every single thing about her. Nothing to hide anymore. Yet she doesn't know your financial statement. You ask how much your husband receiving. She'll be feeling dumb. Some of you, your brother and sister know how much you're earning. Your mother, your fathers know. But the wife, your better half, does not know. If you're on that table, please change. It is not good. Be open to your wife. When you're open to your wife, it helps her to be more closer to you, to know and understand you better, to know how to advise you better. There's not all women that you think that if I tell her now she'll be squandering it. No, not all women are squanderers. Some, they will make sure, the way they will even help you manage their money, you'll not be asking, oh my God, I don't need an accountant. I already have my wife. Be open to her. Some of you men, when you want to maybe send money or look at your account balance, your wife is coming, you just hide your phone or you turn in a way that she will not see it. How embarrassing that is. A wife that gives you everything you can think of. You are hiding phone from her because you don't want her to see your money. It is wrong. Be open to your wife and try not to have an American marriage. You know, they tell you that some have to be this, have to be confidential. Don't have an African marriage. Try to have a biblical marriage. God said, love her the way Christ loved the church. Christ never hid anything from us, his children. Remember, the way you carry that woman is the way people will carry her. If you're always abusing her, always showing that she doesn't hold any worth to you, that's how people will treat her. And do you know what that means? Nobody will have regards for you, because a man that doesn't have regard for his wife, people just even look at him in a way that, oh, this one is never a man. Women look down on him because of the way you're treating their fellow woman. But a man that have high regards for his wife, have you not noticed? When people talk about him, they'll be like, that man does not joke with his wife. And you can never disrespect that woman. How can you? When a man in her life puts her in this regard very high. Be open to your wife. It will do both of you good. It will do both of you real good. And if your husband is open to you, please don't take it for granted. Use it well in a way that will benefit your home. And that way you can treat your wife as a queen is. Show that you truly want to be with her. Women are smart. You know, sometimes you be like, oh, I would have been around, just that. No, she will know, she will sense it. Don't fake it. When you are with her, be present, truly be with her. Discuss, hold, cuddle. Look at her. When you look at a woman, you know when physically maybe she's not okay, maybe she's sick. Look at your wife. That way, when something is wrong, you will know. You won't start talking. Lastly, another way to treat your wife as the queen is, make her always be the queen, even in the presence of your children. So this will come to the end of today's video. Treat your wife like a queen. I hope that today we have learned, relearn, and we will learn the things that are not right. I promise you, if you keep doing that, God will keep blessing you and your home. So if you have watched now and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you in our next video. Bye.